Hello friends, near and far, dear to my heart, I'm Victoria with Aligned Soul Tarot. This reading will be for Aries and all Aries placements found within your birth chart or wherever you have first house influence in your chart. Cross watchers, you are welcome here. If you're new to my style of reading and my services, check out the description box below for all of my services on my website. I offer personalized birth chart readings where you can get really familiar with your placements and what aspects are being highlighted right now, currently, and over the next, say, year or lifetime. In this reading, Aries, we will discuss astrology for your sun and ascendant signs, but say you have a stellium or you just so happen to click on this reading, and cross watchers, just know that the astrology portion is meant to help you understand your Aries better, right? The love reading will also be linked in the description box below for June, as well as extra supportive content on the Saturn in Pisces, and also the elemental love check-ins. You can peep all that information below. We are in Gemini season. Geminis are the intellects, the thought provokers, represented by the twins, symbolizing the duality of the head and the heart. This connection highlights the power of manifestation, especially because Gemini represents the magician in the major arcana. Gemini emphasizes balancing spiritual aspirations with practical actions and the connection between the spiritual and the material worlds. This dualism, akin to the head, right, logic, and the heart, intuition, asks us to find balance and recognizing that life is not black and white. It is actually a spectrum. It's full of color. Gemini is full of color and perspective. And some of the core questions that I have for everyone this month, especially with this magician energy, is where are you manifesting from? Are you manifesting from a place of lack, right? Are you manifesting from the past wounds and trauma? All right, Aries, let's get into your June reading. Hi, Aries. Welcome to this space. Cross watchers, you are welcome here. If you just so happen to click on this reading, just know that it's meant to find you. And of course, if it resonates, it resonates. Don't make the story fit. Check your other placements. And again, if you don't know what your other placements are, I offer personalized birth chart readings. So Aries, we are in Gemini season, okay? Lots of this air and fire, right? It's actually pretty harmonious for you. So there's not as much opposition amongst energy that is harmonious, okay? So it's also going to be highlighting your third house, all this Gemini energy buzzing around, right? We have Venus in Gemini, Jupiter just went into Gemini, and that is the biggest transit because that's going to be over the next year. And we also have the Sun in Gemini, right? So lots of this Gemini energy means that it's going to be highlighting your third house, which is Gemini energy. This is a mercurial energy. This is communication. This is knowledge. I look at the third house as kind of like a database system, you know? And as we were talking about the balance between the head and the heart, is that Gemini energy, this third house influence for you, can get really trapped in the head space. So we have to bring it back down into the heart. We have to be able to feel into those spaces even when it is challenging. Because if we're restless and anxiety prone and just thought overload, I think of it as, again, like a database, a computer system that needs to be defragged. Like we need to declutter. So there could be a lot of this mental activity for you with all this third house. Okay, so some important practices is rest, of course, right? Downtime, meditation, getting out for a walk, blowing off steam. Exercise is really important for all this third house influence. You could be experiencing some insomnia. So just be mindful of that, Aries, because it is a pretty high energy house. It could be feeling like lots of information is being thrown at you. It is also important with this third house influence to make sure that whatever information you're taking in, you are in a way compartmentalizing it, so it's not just getting like stacked. I keep envisioning just like, you know, when a computer just gets bombarded with files and, you know, we have to defrag. So just make sure also what you're taking in, right? This can be social media, you know, people around you, your environments play such a crucial role with this third house influence. Just be mindful of the company that you keep as well. And again, have some downtime, you know, to process whatever sorts of mental activity you're taking in right now. Jupiter in your third house on Patreon. I'm going to be doing like an exclusive Patreon membership reading for all the signs. So if you want to go a bit deeper into what that means, I'll be doing a reading for all the signs on my Patreon. You can find that link below. But yes, third house, Jupiter, communication. You could really be feeling like you don't know the right words to say, or again, cat's got your tongue. So I would suggest as well, Aries, is to, take that pause. I call it the Jedi pause, you know, especially Aries can be very impulsive and fiery. You know, you're the babies of the zodiac. You're the first house. This is going to be an ego check as well with the third house, you know. Think before you speak, that Jedi pause, right? Think of like a ninja. We talked about this in your season, how important it was, right? We had that Mercury retrograde back in April. So it was all about, you know, the calm before the storm. Take deep breaths, Aries, take deep breaths. We have this full moon in Capricorn on the 21st in your 10th house of achievements. I feel like you're going to be having towards the end of June a life review. Saturn going retrograde as well, right? And Saturn is in your 12th house. Yeah, this is definitely a life review. 12th house also talks about the past, even past lives. This is a lot to do with our mental health as well. Again, downtime is required. You could be really thinking about changing up your career, right? Whatever you're here to do, your soul's mission, 10th house. And it's requiring you a lot of downtime with the 12th house as well. And also with the Saturn retrograde, it's going to be really important for you to look at the house before. So 12th to 11th, right? Whenever there's a retrograde, especially with Saturn where it stays in this place for a while, right? It's good to kind of look at the house prior. So 12th and 11th. 11th is all about the company you keep, your social groups. How are they helping you evolve and expand and grow into your 10th house, which is, again, your achievements, your accomplishments, entrepreneurship. Again, your soul's mission, what you're here to do. You could be really feeling like a fog around that. Maybe you're getting a lot of opportunities. Maybe you're not getting enough. It is a lot around your mental space with this third house this month, right? The power of manifesting, like believing in yourself and not living in some sort of lack mentality, right? Like I said before, where are you manifesting from? Are you manifesting from the past wounds, past trauma, past influences? This is people, places, and things, right? Or are you trying to evolve and grow out of the past? This is not an avoidance of the past because it is a part of who you are, but there's an acceptance and allowance and a belief in yourself, right? Confidence, true confidence, not just exterior, you know, let's put on a mask, let's pretend. No, this is like doing the inner workings. And that's that Saturn retrograde in your 12th house is really requiring you to step into the void. This is a lot of deep shadow work. This is the subconscious realms. This is Pisces energy. Where do you have Pisces in your chart as well? Yeah, an 11th house as well. Again, your social networks, your community. How are they helping you evolve and how are they stunting your growth? Okay, you could be really feeling into that. end of June and July. Things will be illuminated for you when Saturn goes retrograde. And it will be going retrograde until November 15th. So this will be a prolonged period of time to reassess, okay? There could be some delays, I'm not gonna lie, with Saturn in your 12th house. Saturn is the ruler of karma. If you are not familiar with your Saturn placements in your natal chart and what aspects you have to Saturn and also your 10th house, right? Saturn governs the 10th house. Again, birth chart readings with me, you get really personalized, right? 2-question tarot spread, birth chart notes. We can really feel into how you can move through these transits, okay, Aries? So email me, let's set up a reading. But yeah, lots around the past is gonna come up for you with the Saturn retrograde. And making active choices to not stay stuck in the past. Okay, let's move along here. Aries, my Aries collective, again, thank you for joining me here. Likes, comments, subscribes always help to boost the algorithm, get this reading out to more Aries and people that gravitate towards it, right? Whenever you find this reading, just know that it's meant to find you. Okay, Aries. Aries, what do we have from the Avatar Oracle to start off your June reading? Aries. Aries collective, please show me what I need to see for Aries. Perfectionism, trust. Interesting. So perfectionism, well, what do you think automatically when we think of perfectionism? You could be really beating yourself up. Again, Saturn in your 12th house, full moon in Capricorn in your 10th house. You could really be feeling like, man, I can never get it right. I'm not enough. Like, this isn't enough. It needs to be this way. It needs to be that way. Like, I'm just feeling into a lot of expectations and perfectionism that actually stunts your growth because you are, again, clinging to a certain way of doing things that you've always done, and it's not working anymore, potentially. And you are having to trust and believe in a better way. You could also be dealing with people around you that are perfectionist. You know, and that could be really aggravating you. But if this is something within you, again, this is talking about the solar plexus, which is about our confidence. Like I said, there's a lot around self-worth, confidence, mistakes, right? Feeling like there's been delays, especially around your career. You could feel like there's a lot of people in your social networks that are not benefiting you, and it's really hard to potentially move on, right? Again, a lot of influence on the past with that 12th house and Saturn, okay? And the 3rd house, that restlessness, this is actually 21. It breaks down to a 3, which is the 3rd house we talked about. You know, this is all about that mind space. If you look closely at the image, it's swirling around her mind, you know, all these thoughts. We get trapped in expectations of ourselves, beating ourselves up, right? Again, there's going to be a life review for you this month, towards the end of the month, Saturn going retrograde. And I want you to try to drop the narrative that you're not enough or that you haven't done enough, you know, and let those feelings arise. But what are the actions that you're going to take, and allow and trust the process, that it's not going to happen overnight, right? No one is perfect, Aries, right? And everything that's led you up into this moment is not a mistake or a mishap, right? Any sort of people, places, or things that you've involved yourself in has led you to this moment. And you're facing something around perfectionism. It says here, embrace who you are, even your vulnerabilities and perceived imperfections. Let go of the notion of being someone that your mind says you are supposed to be. Fear wears many masks, and one of the most debilitating of these masks is the need to be perfect. In striving for perfection, energetic blocks of self-criticism and judgment are often formed. These blocks then grow into barricades and not only affect your self-esteem and morale, but may also prevent you from achieving your desired dreams. Embrace your vulnerabilities. No one's perfect. In doing so, you become more authentic in every facet of your life. Let go of what others may think of you and allow your powerful light to truly shine. To accept others, you must first completely accept yourself, Aries. When you do this, you will shine more brightly, be more confident, right? There's a level of acceptance and empathy, especially for yourself, right? This, of course, is reflected outward, but I'm feeling this is more within you, okay? And it's saying an exercise for you is to do something completely out of your comfort zone. Do so without judgment, criticism, or fear of being imperfect. So just like make a clown of yourself, Aries. And trust. Lots around trust. You could feel like you don't trust yourself even, is what I'm hearing. All right, let's dive in here. The tarot for Aries Collective. Aries, what do we have for June for Aries? Let's dive a bit deeper into this message for you. Okay, those two wanted to come out. Aries, please show me the truth for Aries. Show me. Aries, we're pulling from the Light Seers here. Aries. Aries, please show me. Aries, okay, we'll start here. Yeah, you definitely towards the end of the month could be going inward, right? We have the Hermit here. This is Virgo energy. You could be feeling, again, like a bit of a recluse, like having to investigate, study. Page of Swords in reverse, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. There's a lack of direction, Chariot, Cancerian energy. Focus. Especially around money, right? Three of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles for sure. Finances could be a thing. But again, Three of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, this talks about our community. Six of Pentacles is charity. This is reciprocity. This is give and take. One message that I'm getting here is that you could be feeling breadcrumbed by people around you. Three of Pentacles, this is your community. This is your small groups, right? Local. Work environments, right? It could be anything, friends, family. But there's something about the physical, tangible, 3D world here where there's a lack of reciprocity. And the message that I'm getting for you again is potentially why there's a lack of reciprocity around you is because you're not giving even enough to yourself either. You know, how are you expected to give with an empty cup? Or again, this self-defeating prophecies, this perfectionism. You know, energy is picked up pretty easily. And even if you're not spiritual, whatever you believe in, like people can feel when you enter into a room, you know, you just get that nagging feeling of someone's presence, whether it's positive or negative, right? You know, you just can sense things. There's this energetic frequency, if you want to put it, their signature that we carry. And yeah, there's something around perfectionism here of like self-defeating prophecy, you know. Or where are you giving from? Are you giving with expectation as well? Like the martyr. Have you ever heard of the martyr syndrome? You know, giving with expectation. And I'm not here to say that we never do that because, you know, let's be honest, the reciprocity, you know, that's Six of Pentacles. We want to, it's what's called an honorable exchange where there's a flow of energy, right? Whether that's actual physical money or it's just words, actions, right? But I was getting to something there with the perfectionism. Yeah, giving with expectation, or again, victimizing yourself because like, oh, I did this for them, and you know, like trying to, the savior complex kind of mentality, like not saying that's you, this could be people around you as well. I'm actually going to provide some links on this. I actually just spoke to a personal client about this. This shows up a lot in people's readings. So this is pretty common, Aries. So there is something about that, the martyr within, especially with the 12th house influence of Saturn in your 12th house. Again, that's Pisces energy. And Saturn in Pisces, the link below, if you really want to get familiar with what this is, it talks a lot about having healthy boundaries. And the martyr, you know, Pisces is very well known to be that, you know, the savior complex, like the knight in shining armor or the princess, you know, that needs to be saved. And there's all these storylines that we hear, you know, especially us 90s babies. And we're having to really start to question, right, like the social norms of how we need to show up in the world to be a good person, quote unquote, good person. So these are some things that you might be thinking about this month here. And you're definitely needing to have some downtime to heal here. The Star, the Hermit. Reassessing some of the beliefs that you hold a lot within you. Again, like I was saying, the energy that you are exuding, and it's subconscious, right? It's not even always just what you're saying or actions you're doing. It's just an energy, right, that you carry. And it's very internalized here. And maybe some people don't even know this about you. You might really keep it to yourself here with the Hermit. Especially Aries, you know, this is ego, this is first house, you know. It can be a really hard exterior, but a soft, you know, interior. The perfectionist within you is really being questioned right now. Things need to look a certain way. It needs to be done a certain way, right? You can also be doing this to someone else. And it's causing like a lack or a mistrust with the people around you because of this energy that you might be exuding. Or again, this could be someone around you as well. Place the roles as you see fit. All right, let's pull from another deck. Let's pull from the Wild Unknown for you. I haven't used this deck yet this month. I haven't used it in a while. The Wild Unknown for Aries. What is it that they need to know for June? Aries. Yeah, but there's collaborative efforts for sure. You know, the Three of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles upright. Again, this is you really trying to find the right social groups and community that are going to help you evolve and grow. Right? Getting away from perfectionists. And also that inner critic, right? This could be external from you too. What do we have for Aries? Please show me for Aries. What does Aries need to know from this deck? We have the Kiss and the Mystic. So this is the Kiss is tying to more of something romantic here. It's some sort of bond, right? When I think of the kiss, it kind of sealed with a kiss, right? Like back in the day, I remember when they used to like seal the envelope with a kiss. Some people still do that, but my mother used to do that with all the birthday cards. I thought it was really cute. I don't know if everyone does that, but yeah, I'm getting that image in my head of like being sealed, like a promise of some sort. This could be a vow of some sort to someone else as well, the kiss. We'll look more into that. But the Mystic is showing up here. See, that's that 12th house energy. Saturn in your 12th house. I feel like you're going to do this deep dive over the next couple of months. Again, Saturn retrograde is going to be going until November 15th. There are going to be some karmic lessons even around relationships with the kiss. I want to actually clarify this. I want to know more about this kiss card. You know, I also, like, again, vow, the kiss, you know, when you think of someone getting married, not saying you're married, right? But this is, again, even if you're single, you're not with anyone, it's just like a promise ring, the kiss. It's like solidifying something is what I'm getting off this card. What's this kiss card about? Please show me. What's this kiss card for Aries? So you have the Three of Cups in reverse. So one thing to be mind about this is excessive pleasure is what I'm getting. Like also overgiving. Like, okay, this is making sense. Three of Cups is also like reconciliation. This is time with friends. This is, again, your social groups, this is reunion, this is celebration, this is happiness, really. But with it being in reverse with the kiss, this is also potentially dealing with rejection in some way. But like I was saying, when we solidify something, like it's sealed with a kiss, this is also about making promises that you can't keep. Like when you solidify a plan, or this could be people around you, it's like, can you upkeep that? Can you actually solidify that? And if not, this is something that you have to think about. The promises that you keep, right? The vows that you make, the support that you give out with the Three of Cups in reverse. Because upright, this is, again, support, sharing, community, celebration, reconciliation, right? Coming together in some way, experiencing growth within your community. So I do feel like there's a lack of growth within your community, potentially. That's something you're dealing with because of overgiving, excessive pleasure, making promises that you can't keep. Or again, this could be someone that you're dealing with because there's a perfectionism within you, like learning how to say no is what I'm getting. Learning how to set healthy boundaries. That's number one. All right, let's pull from the soul's journey. What does Aries need to know? Yeah, there's something in excessive, like with the Three of Cups in reverse, something that you're doing is, again, perfectionism. This is excessive energy. This is extreme, right? We are humans of extremes. It's just kind of how it plays out. And there's something about the mystic. This is bringing in more balance, right? Implementing more spiritual practices, whatever that means for you, eating healthy, dieting, exercise, rest, drinking more water, getting outside. There has to be something that you can do to get out of this excessive energy. Overindulgence, this could be over drinking, this could be just over using a substance. Again, also Three of Cups talks about like the people that you have around you. Right, Aries? What do we have for Aries? Yeah, health. Yeah, I was just talking about that, right? Excessive use of something, not eating right, not sleeping right. You know, maybe you have to go to the doctor. You know, health is definitely going to be at the forefront for you to kind of get out of this perfectionist, potentially some blockages that you're experiencing around your friend groups, your social networks, your community. Like, this is very important. Three showed up twice for you. Three of Cups, Three of Pentacles. So this is all about your networks. This is all about your community. This is all about the people that you surround yourself with. It's at the forefront this month. And also third house. Again, we talked about that in the beginning. Prioritizing your mental health. Like I said, the third house is very stimulating. You could have a lot of people pressing on you, Aries. A lot of deadlines, a lot of requirements. And this is not to just like say that you can't accept that. There's a level of acceptance here that you need to uphold to your sense of duty, responsibility. But there's something that you're doing that's blocking you from actually getting the job done. Or again, this is an internal mindset of yours, third house. Also, how you communicate, third house. I'm getting that image again of like defrag. You're having to like organize, you know, strategize, plan, be more methodical, be more thoughtful before you make promises, before you say something that you know that you cannot do. And that's where that acceptance comes in. This is also you being able to accept where you're at, right? And also where others are at. This is not here to point fingers. There's a level of acceptance that's required. It says, I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. But I'm also getting here is that you've got to get out of that perfectionism or a way of that you've done it, the lack mentality. Acceptance is not avoidance, is what I'm trying to get at. Acceptance is when you notice the red flags continuously around you or within you, and you decide to face it. Right? Because a lot of people will think, oh, it is what it is. Right? You are what you are, is what me and my friends used to say. The pirate within, you are what you are, you know, and to some extent, there are things about us that are innately true, but I really think that that's a limited mindset. Again, that perfectionist, like, could be a bit OCD, that side of you that's just kind of like very blunt, very black and white. And again, Gemini energy is asking you to see the fuller spectrum, gain some more perspective, utilize this third house energy to your benefit. What thoughts are coming up? You might be having a lot of interesting dreams, even with the third house. You know, you might be having like lucid dreams, like during the day, visuals that are coming up, especially around the past. All right, let's see here. We're going to pull from Zodiac Oracle. At this portion of the reading, if you wish to follow me over for the love reading, you can find that link below. Okay, we're going to see what signs you might be dealing with in regards to love and also just in general, right? This could be placements within your chart or theirs. And just know I offer synastry relationship chart readings where you really can get a deep dive into understanding the people that you're dealing with, right? We have this, the sun just kind of flew out there, so that could be Leo. Let's see. Aries, what are some signs that Aries is dealing with for June? What are some signs that Aries collective is dealing with? Please show me. What are some signs that Aries is dealing with? Mercury. There's that third house. Gemini, Virgo. They're both ruled by Mercury. Yeah, there's something about that third house for sure. Communication. Ooh, effective communication. Remember that Jedi pause, Aries. It's going to serve you well. Especially, again, if you're dealing with a perfectionist around you. And again, within you, your mental thoughts. There's a lot around health here, mental health, physical health. You know, letting go of that perfectionist within you. Again, the message I'm getting around the health and acceptance is like, you know, I know people that have some sort of mental health, neurodivergent, right? Physical ailments, right, within the body. And, you know, our ego, Aries, you know this best. You're like, oh, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm fine. I'm fine. You know, because it's that perfectionist of like, I am strong. I don't need this. I don't need that. But it's actually to your deficit. Because there's a level of acceptance here that you're learning to accept the things that you cannot change, where you're at right now, and what can you do to help you do better, be more efficient. Earth is showing up here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay, what else? Let's get some more signs that Aries is dealing with. Again, these could be placements within their chart. You know, their ascendant, moon, Venus, Mercury placements. Let's see here. Aries, what signs are they dealing with? Please show me. Libra. They could have a Mercury in Libra, but they could just be Libra in general. A sun in Libra showing up again. So again, Gemini, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Libra. We have Leo as well. All right. We're going to take this over to the love reading. If this resonates, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you want to stay up to date with my readings. If you like my reading style, support me on my Instagram. Join me on Patreon. I'll be doing that exclusive Jupiter and Gemini reading for all the signs. And also on Patreon, you get access to all 12 extended love readings. So if, say, the June love reading resonates, you can always get some extra supportive content on my Patreon. If this is where we part, Aries, bye for now. Take care.